welcome to Dancing Through Strength. I'm Tamara Freeman, and in this video you're going to learn my absolute favorite exercises to help improve your point. So keep watching because they are amazing exercises, and don't forget to subscribe and follow my channel. Let's get started.
Exercise number 1 is called doming. Firstly, flatten the toes out onto the ground. Gently squeeze the toes onto the floor and try and see if you can lift the toes off. The goal is not to have them lift off. Make sure you don't curl the toes because we want to work underneath the toe muscles called our intrinsics. Re-flatten and squeeze, holding and testing to see if you can lift the toes off. I would start by doing 10 holds right and left. If you do have strong feet, aim for a minute right and left, a couple of rounds through. Hold. Now, make sure you don't curl the toes like I'm doing. Ensure the toes stay long. And when you've finished your set, articulate through the toes, going through demi-point to full point, practicing going through the feet using the floor and underneath the toe muscles. Exercise number 2 is our point and flex with the TheraBand. Sitting up nice and tall, wrapping the TheraBand underneath the ball of the foot, making sure our toes are long, no curling toes. Flex and point going through the feet, remembering the first exercise we did with our doming to keep the toes nice and long and articulating through the feet. Take your time with this one. Make sure your toes do not curl at any stage. Do 10 to 20 point and flex with the TheraBand, right and left, 2 rounds through. After you finish, practice going through the feet, articulating through the foot muscles, making sure the knees are pulled up and every muscle is working. Keep the toes nice and long at all stages. Exercise number 3 is demi-point toe pushes onto the flexi ball. For this exercise, we're just using the toes, so starting in demi-point. Ensure when you press the toes into the ball, you do not curl them at any stage. Do 10 to 20 toe pushes right and left, 2 to 3 rounds through for this exercise. Exercise number 4 is point and flex onto the flexi ball. Different to the last one, now we're using the whole foot, going through demi to a full point, back through demi and flex. Ensure you're going down in a straight line and toes are nice and long at the end. This exercise will definitely strengthen your point work and jumps. Do 10 to 20 right and left, 2 to 3 sets through. Exercise number 5 is rises using the flexible in between the ankles. Now when you rise, make sure the toes are pressed into the floor and they're not curling at any stage. So going back to our doming exercise number 1. When you rise up, make sure you're going up in a straight line and you're not sickling or fishing the ankle either side. Straight line and down. Squeeze the toes at the top to help you balance and use your intrinsic muscles. Do 10 to 20 rises, 2 to 3 rounds through for this exercise. Exercise number 6 is just a stretching exercise for our big toe joint and feet. Going through demi-point, holding it for 10 seconds, pushing gently into the ball of the foot, going back to point and gently pulling back through the arch. This exercise should be done with a little bit of care. We don't want to go over the top and press too hard into the joint. We're just gently pulling back and massaging through the big toe joint there. Do that right and left for maybe a minute or so each foot. Exercise number 7 is for our fishing. Wrapping the TheraBand on the outside of the foot, and we're taking the foot out and in. Holding for a split second, increasing the foot and fishing action. Do 10 to 20 right and left. Exercise number 8 is to help strengthen our big toe when we point so it doesn't get left behind. Now, wrapping the TheraBand under the toe, we're just pushing down, holding for a second or two, strengthening the big toe so when we point, the big toe comes along and we have a beautiful, nice long foot. Do 10 to 20 on the right and the left, 2 rounds through. Exercise number 9 is myofascial release through the bottom of the feet using your own fingers. So you can easily do this anytime, anywhere, working from the big toe joint down into the heel, bringing the toe back at the same time, going through demi-point. So this helps really stretch out underneath the foot, gently massaging through using your thumbs and getting rid of any tight spots that are underneath the foot. I would spend about 2 minutes to 3 minutes on each foot, just ensuring it's nice and released so you don't get any cramps and you can fully articulate through your foot during class. Exercise number 10, how to point properly. This is a common mistake I see, that dancers do not articulate through their feet properly, starting from a flexed through demi, toes, demi, then flexed. What I see often is the toes go first, into point, which is ruining the line, back and flex, incorrect. Look how ugly that is. And back. Now correct is demi, keeping the toes to the ceiling, full point, toes come down, toes come up first, demi and back.